Hi, Deborah Vogler here reporting from Confab 2011 in Las Vegas. My guest is Bob Bruck of Intel. Thank you for being my guest.
Thank you, Deborah.
All right, well, first question for you. Now, in this morning's presentation, you spoke about revenue growth opportunities for the industry and the economics of design. Could you juxtapose those two thoughts for our viewers?
Okay. Well, one point is it took 25 years for the industry to get to $200 billion a year in revenue. And with the advent of emerging markets, the network effects around the world, investment in control systems, embedded computing solutions, within the next 8 years or so, we kind of summarized a number of analyst projections. We could add another 200 billion or so of revenue in just the next 8 years. So 25 years to the first 200, 8 years the next 200. We're at about 300 today. But so people say, is it still a growth industry? I think definitely yes. As it relates to design, I think it's well known that the scale effects of semiconductor manufacturing, very capital-intensive factories, is causing some concentration of chip makers. It was the genesis of the foundry model and the asset-light model. What may be less well understood is as process technology R&D continues to climb, as you chase Moore's law, and as design costs continue to rise, which design costs are rising at an extremely high rate. And one of the speakers today mentioned that the average design cost may be about $100 million, so they may need 600 million of revenue to support a single design. So the number of design projects is slowing down. So this is forcing, even in the fabless foundry model, concentration to make sure that the amortization of the design costs across a large number of units, a lot of revenue, is still economical.
Now, you also spoke about R&D spending and the need, and it's key to keep spending even in a recession. And you also said that the market won't support 5 suppliers in a particular, in any given sector. Could you kind of juxtapose those two thoughts for us?
Well, let me deal with the R&D first. So one of the things relating the process R&D with the design cost is we find, as an integrated device manufacturer at Intel, we can co-optimize between design rules, process technology, mask optimization, even the transistor, dielectric, and with first level interconnects getting more and more challenging, the packaging and test capabilities. So we can bring a whole suite of capabilities together without adding time, margins, project management complexity. So that helps us be a little bit more efficient in how we use the design and the process R&D money. The second part of the question, if you'd repeat that again.
Oh, well, with the R&D spending, you said how it was key for suppliers to spend on, as well, to spend on R&D, even during a recession. And you said that the market won't support 5 suppliers.
Yes, so good question. Most new process technology breakthroughs, at the point that we announce them, they have been in development for up to 10 years or more. And what you can have in that time frame is 2, 3 recessions along the way.
Sure.
So staying committed to the absolute level of R&D spending, and we do see a correlation between the companies that have a higher percentage of revenue going to R&D also are seeing the highest level of revenue growth and profitability. So it doesn't leave room for a 3rd, 4th, 5th competitor in a lot of segments.
Yeah.
And so the old adage, the rule of 3 of markets, seems to be playing out in this industry where number 1 leads and makes a lot of money. Number 2 can also stay competitive and make money. Number 3 breaks even, everybody else loses. So it'll be interesting to watch the dynamics. And again, it's not by broad product portfolio companies, but look at each individual segment.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being my guest.
Deborah, thank you so much for having me.
All right.